right, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you can see, we are now resuming with our second series for today, and it is good to be back. Obviously, a little bit of a break there, about an hour or so. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it and had some lunch, some dinner, snack here, or maybe just watch this. Whatever you did, it's good to have you back. And I know I'm excited to be back, and obviously we got another best-of-3 matchup coming at you now in what is the winner bracket finals here for the Onslaught 2 coverage. The winner bracket finals of Sync Esports versus Reason Gaming here. Winner goes to the grand finals. Loser will be playing Complexity Gaming tomorrow earlier on in the losers bracket final. So that's what's on the line here. With that said, my co-caster once again for today is going to be Snewy. Snewy, welcome back. Enjoyed your break?
Thanks. So two teams, once again, Reason Gaming versus Sync Esports. They're always giving us some good series.
Yeah.
Last time they faced off was in the group stage of this Onslaught bracket, and if I remember correctly, Sync Esports actually won those two games quite dominantly. But besides from that, Reason Gaming, of course, besting Sync Esports over at DreamHack Summer, and before that, even in the DreamHack qualifiers. So, can I expect a good one here?
Yeah, I want to double check that actually real quickly. As far as did they split it or was it 2-0? Let me find
No, I think Sync Esports more or less like
it was, yeah,
pretty dominant performance.
Yeah, it was. You're right.
They had Sibbe playing the Midas in the mid, and I remember him just like more or less just cleaning the board.
Yeah,
just having a very, very strong performance. And then look at this. They're going to pick up the Midas again. And if I remember correctly, it also had a Blitz. Or wait, was that versus Reason Gaming that they had that? I know that they've been running a lot of Blitz lately. They like to go for the offensive dual lanes, sometimes with the Revenant. But like the trend lately when it comes to Sync Draft has just been that like you cannot guess their lanes until all 5 picks are actually out on the board. Until they have drafted every single hero. And it seems like it's going to be the same once again. Because you can't tell where that Dr. Opposer is going to be, because he can be in every single lane, even in the forest now, where we've seen Slap play him quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, the Blitz have been running a bit. I want to also make a point about the rosters here. Again, a little bit of things worth noting. Chioli once again ringing for Reason Gaming. TPS Price is whatever you want to call him. He's in place of Nier. Once again, apparently Nier's been on vacation here. Is going to be coming back, but to clarify that, Chioli is not a new 5th by any means. He just simply has been ringing for them here, while Nier has been AFK. But Nier is still officially their 5th member, for those that are curious. God Insa, that is Insania. Apparently, I was notified. He actually officially changed his name to that as far as competitive play goes. So
really?
I am going to still call him Insania, but that just to clarify that actually is Insania as well. Their 5th player, though, again, there is still no official notice yet, and I assume they're waiting until Han Tour Season 4 officially starts, maybe, but they're still trying some things out. But Slosky, once again, in place as the current 5th. You mentioned Zibbe playing for them throughout a lot of the group stage matches. Slosky and Zibbe are the 2 names that I have heard have been kind of the tryout here for Sync Esports. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, while we once again get to see Slosky here today as their current 5th. So there you go about the rosters. But as you were talking about with the draft, again, Doctor, Blitz, Midas, we have Swiftblade, Revenant, and Fade on Reason Gaming's side. A very aggressive potential lineup. Moira, 4th picked. Wow. Moira still left open. That is insane.
That's not too often we see that kind of... Wow, fourth pick Moira. Yeah, I cannot believe that she actually made it past that secondary banning phase. I assume that Reason Gaming was thinking that they already had a support in that Blitz, so they were like, they're not going to pick up Moira as well. But Sync Esports proving them wrong, and they're going to go with either it's a secondary support in Blitz, or actually we're going to see Blitz taking up some farm.
Huh. Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll see what they decide here in the end. It seems like the secondary support is usually more of the case, as far as
since it's Sync Esports, though, it feels like it actually fits them better if Kisu were to run the Blitz.
Yeah.
And they have slapped in the forest on the Dr. Pulsar, and Midas in the mid, and then they pick the Flensmeister, the late game kind of carry here.
It's kind of funny. They're the only team right now where we see a Dr. Pulsar, and it's like, oh, possibly a jungle doctor, because they actually have been running a little bit of it. throughout the group stages. But yeah, it's that truly is there. I mean, I still think at the same time, seeing a short lane doctor played by Flensmeister definitely wouldn't be out of the question here from Sync. So, and it looks like that's what they're going to do as they final pick that Deadwood. So it gives us a little more answers there. That is very likely going to be more of a secondary support blitz in the end. Deadwood going to be more the mid, you would think, and then Slapped or more Kazu, excuse me, going to play Midas here, most likely. When they end
All right, so they're running with Now they're probably just waiting with the swaps.
Yeah,
a little
I assume
bit
they
here.
are.
I wonder if this is still going to be an offend. No, wait, is this still though Blitz on Kizu? Like, I mean, are they gonna swap this one around? And they have Flensmeister playing the Deadwood or something? Like, I'm still not convinced that this is actually like Flensmeister on Doctor. I think they still got a possibility to swap around. I don't know why, but they've just been doing this every single game ever since DreamHack. Like, you have no idea who's going to play what and what lanes are going to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're making the draft pretty difficult in terms of responding to it. So we saw the Aluna fourth pick, by the way, from Reason. Aluna's just been getting so much attention lately on the scene. It seems like she's being considered as a top-tier support by a lot of teams nowadays. So Corrupted is going to be the final pick for Reason Gaming over here. Boy definitely has history with that hero, though.
That's safe to say, yeah. They tend to pick him up every now and then. Corrupted Disciple, usually it tends to be offensive as well. And I assume that it's going to be the same in this game. They could run him defensive as well, I guess, but their lineup screams offensive ganks, like constant action, with Revenant Invis, with the Fade Invis, with the Swift Blade, of course, being that very dangerous presence in the early levels. If you pick up Ghost Marchers, that's literally all you need, just roam around the map.
Yeah.
Okay, so who was it, or who ended up playing? It was Slap playing Midas.
Blitz, you're right. So this is different. Huh.
I'm surprised that Flensmeister, or I mean that Slap isn't the one playing the Doctor Poster when they're running this. Like, who would have, like, is Flensmeister the one in the forest now?
No. You know, I will say they've actually been doing this a little bit with Slap. Just played Midas now a couple of times for Sync. So I don't know if this is a comfort thing or if they really are kind of trying to change up the roles altogether. Is Lapt actually becoming more of a suicide/jungler even? Is that kind of his role here in Sync? I don't know. It's different though from them.
Very different. But I mean, they have to run I don't think that Slap is going to go suicide, is he?
Who would they send suicide then?
I don't know, a dual lane?
Yeah, I guess.
A tri-lane? No, I don't know. I guess Slap has to, but so far he's not rotating over. He's still down here. I don't know where he's heading. Where's he going? He's going to place a ward here somewhere?
He is currently, yeah, he's, was that his ward that he placed? No, that wasn't Sandy's ward. He's kind of just checking it out. He does have the ward on him. They were definitely expecting something sneaky there from Reason, clearly, as far as them trying to maybe block the camps or anything. But again, they're not running a jungler, at least an obvious jungler, so Reason Gaming probably wouldn't be doing that as they didn't. So, yeah, I don't know what Sync's really kind of thinking was there.
A defensive tri-lane with the Deadwood taking the farm. All right. That's a new one.
Kazu's drafts, man.
It has to be a very, like, they have to be rotating around, though. With the Blitz and the Moira, or what else are they going to do? They're not going to pull this wave into the forest and start farming from there, are they? And they're not going to be able to kill the Swift Blade by any circumstances, or there isn't any of the Blitz spells that goes through the spin.
I don't think. Oh, does Pilfering? Pilfering might. No, it's probably Magic Pill, so the channeling of it. So, yeah, I don't think it would. Yeah, he is going to fall back right there as soon as he sees the double support in the lane. So Zane not going to give it any chance. He's falling all the way back.
Yeah, it's better if he just goes forward. He can stack and then he can kill it with spin. That's actually quite doable. Having a Swift Blade in the forest isn't the worst thing.
No, yeah, it's possible, of course. It's not the most ideal, but it's probably better than...
Oh, look at the mid, by the way.
Is that a dead...
a lot of damage.
Oh, the uphill miss. I don't know if that would have been enough, but damn, it would have been close. And I want to say it would have.
Tankafet is playing the Revenant as well.
Yeah, we were so caught up in sync, but you're right. Yeah, Revenant middle here being played by Tankafet. What is the deal with that? That's also pretty strange. They decided to send Matthias top on Fade.
I have no idea why. I mean, he that's a comfort hero of his, no doubt. Like, he plays Fade to perfection, but I mean, that's going to be a swap up of the roles. I know that Sync likes to do this when Mika is, or when Sync drafts a Fade. I mean, that's always being played by Mika, simply because of the initiation factors. I guess the recent gaming has the same mindset.
Oh, Midas taking some pressure right here. He should be fine, but that Conduit's going to start adding up some good damage. Aluna knew where he was going, but Jaoli choosing not to waste a power throw initially. Decides to use it eventually, but doesn't matter. Not enough damage there.
He missed uphill there.
Did he as well? Wow, the uphill attacks.
I think that would have been enough. I'm not entirely sure. It might not have been. He survived with like 48 HP or something like that. I don't think he would have gone down from that out attack, actually. Would have been really close at least. It's a good attempt.
So maybe this is, again, both teams definitely did something funky here, but Syncs, maybe this is a new idea of theirs where they actually like to kind of rotate Doctor then in the jungle, if anything. After he gets his bottle, that's what they've done here. Blitz is now middle lane, actually. He's kind of taken over.
Huh?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like, he's not even going to be able to get one last hit now. He's level 1 versus level 4 Revenant. Like, yeah, good luck with that.
That was interesting.
Okay, so the rotation with Doctor into the Force, that's interesting, because you can definitely see that if the supports are, like, setting up stacks and all, but I mean, having Blitz in the mid, he's not going to get anything from that. They would have needed something else, not a freaking Blitz. Like, it's just going to be too poor. They need to go for a greedier draft if they're going for a defensive suit or a tri-lane.
Yeah. So, but then again, on the other side of the spectrum, this idea to prioritize for Revenant here, get him the levels on the farm instead of maybe the Fade, what you would perhaps expect. But they definitely want to really snowball with this Revenant. And you see off the bat, I mean, he's putting a lot of pressure out. We saw him nearly kill Doctor. You saw Blitz was here, no longer here though. Now it's Midas. So just so many different things that we're seeing in this game right now. It really is funky on both sides. Blitz now ending up top at level 1 still. KZ needs to be really careful up here at this top lane.
Yeah. So if they realize that he's there, then he's dead. I don't think that he's going to be able to outrun. Does he have... Yeah, he actually got Quicken. Okay. Yeah. So they cannot kill him.
That does make him pretty damn fast. So, yeah, he is going to be fine there. But he's not going to get any experience, man. He's still level 1, and he's going to stay that way for a little bit here. Most likely. Whoa.
Oh, all right.
Was that... First off the spam. I am a little... I don't even know how... Was that the dot damage, I guess?
Yeah, it was
the
dot
mortification?
damage. The mortification, yeah.
Okay.
It had to be.
Well, there you go. So, Bloodlust kill middle lane as Midas gets picked off. Well then.
Alright, yeah, good start definitely from Reason. They need to get some levels onto Fade as well now so that he can actually get level 6 and just start rotating around because he's going to be able to get some easy kills on Dr. Pulsar, especially if he's going to continue farming the Forester.
Yeah.
Or they just rotate Fade over to the mid and just get the Invis from Revenant, then he doesn't even need level 6.
Yeah. Oh, top lane, level 1 Blitz! God, you just see how much damage he takes. Just a little over the power throw connects. JLE lined it up. He's comfortable with that hero clearly. And he lines out that power throw perfectly, gets the kill, and thus a 2-0 lead now for Reason Gaming. So the momentum kicking off pretty well here for Reason Gaming. In fact, middle lane Revenant applying that good pressure to Midas once again. The dot damage, this time it's not going to be enough. Midas will survive popping the bottle charges here and is going to be fine. But yeah, choosing to prioritize the Revenant on farm here. It's it clearly is actually working out so far, you know, getting the Bloodlust kill. I'm very intrigued to see how they roll with it now. Really, Revenant's not a hero we get to see too often, kind of in that farm priority spot when being played. Usually he's maybe kind of a support, even a secondary support. But they're looking to get some good farm on him here. So, and he's an interesting hero too as far as build potential. I know, you know, something obvious like the Hellflower style, you know, tablet, even more of that utility, but even the idea of something like a Geometer Spain I know is pretty popular on this hero if you're kind of going more like carry style.
Up geometers and then use Defile. It's gonna add the effect onto your geometer solutions as well.
Yeah.
So you're gonna deal insane amount of auto attack damage. I think that he needs to tank up a little bit. He's already gone for the Grave Locket, so I like the idea. And Fade is... Oh, he's looking for it. It was so close.
He knew.
Good heads up by Slapped, yeah.
Man, you know, if he stunned right away right there, I know it's easy for us to say, but if he stunned right away, I mean, that was a kill on Midas most likely, but he wasn't too sure, and maybe he didn't have that vision necessarily perfect, so, yeah, he chose to wait a little bit, and in the end, Midas is going to be fine as a result, so. Bottom lane, though, Deadwood's definitely the all-star so far. Sloska here for Sync Esports. He's 420 gold per minute right now on Deadwood, actually leading the charts currently. 1,500 gold saved up.
Tower as well.
Yeah, a lot of damage there. But he's going to get the
tower
kill.
It's going to be enough. Yeah, it is. Okay. Nice heads up on him, on his part then. If he gets his tower kill...
Yeah, nice. Run grasp right there to stall. He could have actually chased down Swiftblade right there. Willowmaker should get the kill.
Swiftblade can spin out of the root though.
Okay, that's true, yeah.
So if he would have started running over, then Swiftblade would have
middle lane. Revenant going to be jump right here. Fade, a nice counter stun, maybe saving the day. In fact, Revenant going to turn now. Slapped in trouble. Slapped will fall. Fade gets killed. Can they kill Dr. Repulsor, though? Swift Slashes is ready from Swiftblade. They see Blitz, but he's a little too far away. And it will stop with a 1-for-1 exchange right there. So very close back and forth. Revenant, the initial target, he lives and ends up getting the counter kill even on his last.
Yeah, now we got Deadwood with the Polkey on the bot lane, by the way. Or he got a potential to pick up the Polkey if he sold one of his Minor Totems, but I guess he's just gonna wait a little bit.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it in the near future, so I assume that that's going to be the time that Sync Esports have been looking for. They got Dr. Repulsor on level 6 now as well, but they're not necessarily close to any items, so I feel like they really need experience from kills right now. Like, they need to start making something happen with this Polkey. If he fails this Polkey gank that he is about to happen now in the near future, after he's gone back to base and regened up, if he fails that initiation after that, then that's like disaster for Sync side. Like, they have to be successful now with this kill coming here.
8.5 minutes in right now. 3-1 hero kill lead for Recent Gaming. You do see again, middle lane, obviously that's where the action takes place. So yeah, the portal key on Deadwood. That could play a big role right now in terms of momentum in this game. He is going to be TPing middle lane, it looks like.
There is a ward uphill here by Charlie, by the way, in the mid. They're going to see Dr. Port support in, and look at the backup as well by Fade and Luna and everyone else.
Here we go. They're going to be jumping right here, but it's a big counter coming up. Dr. Midas fall, and you know what the biggest deal was? Deadwood didn't port in. He didn't have enough gold. He just started running there. That was complete miscommunication from Sync Esports. Wily would try to jump now. He's going to get a jump on a Swiftblade right here. He is going to get a kill. Will that come at a cost, though? Condo's going to be applied. He's going to be chased down by Corrupted Disciple. Aluna trying to get the stun off, maybe. Not going to get close enough, so he'll be fine in the end. But, yeah, I mean, at least they get a kill in the end, sure, but that was just odd from Sync. They were not communicating there, it seemed like.
That it was. I mean, it was well played by Recent Gaming as well. I mean, they had that uphill ward, spotting Dr. Repulsor porting in, and they had people behind. They just basted it big time. I guess Sync Esports wasn't expecting that. They just went a little bit too greedy. They wanted a kill before Slask even got there, so not gonna pay off. But at least they had to get a consolation prize there on the Swiftblade. Well played by Slask.
Yeah, getting something out of that misfortune, but again, still big picture. Recent Gaming. They come out on top there. Now, obviously, they know Deadwood has the portal key. Using it right there to get the kill on a Swiftblade. Revenant, in the meantime, level 8 now. So, of course, has his level 2 ultimate of the Manifestation. And what does it do now? It actually replicates, so he can actually apply it to other targets as well, while even stealth even. So, the idea that, you know, get those Essence Shroud kinks going on. And then at level 3, even a little bit further with that as 2 targets it can be applied to. So, that's what I gotta think was the idea with them trying to prioritize levels on Revenant, is that sure, Fade could have been nice, that, you know, getting level 6 on them earlier on to start setting up ganks is fun, but at the same time, you do it on Revenant, you know, in the near, like, pretty much around the same time, a little bit longer perhaps, but he's not only getting stealthing himself, but he's stealthing other heroes on top of that, so it does kind of make sense why they prioritized.
I think one of the big reasons for why they prioritized to have Tanka in the mid as well was because they expected an offensive tri-lane of some kind or an offensive dual lane at least from Sync Esports, because that is what I've been doing normally when they've been drafting the Blitz this early on into the draft. So they probably just thought that Fade was better suited for a tri versus tri-lane.
Yeah.
But didn't end up happening. And now Deadwood is here at the top lane. He's looking to set something up, but once again, it's so nice words by Jowly. He's not going to spot the Veiled Rot, though, from Dr. Pulsar. They got the opportunity. Who's nearby? Aluna is.
Corrupt is pretty tanky, though, early on in the game, but he's not going to be tanky enough. Yeah, that just is too much damage. Aluna being nearby, only so long of a stun. Couldn't do much. He doesn't have a red stun either just yet. So here comes the turn potential, but Fade and Swiftblade, unfortunately, they're just a little bit too late. So you're right. This war aside, I mean, they knew. They knew that Deadwood at least was coming in. You are right about the Veiled Rot, though. And that's probably what threw them off right there. They figured if anything, it would be Deadwood trying to go YOLO, and they could have turned that. But not with Doctor there. That kind of changed their plans. By the way, look at Flensmeister going to Striders here on Dr. Repulsor.
For some reason, this has just been what they've been doing every single time. Like, even when Sub played it, they also went for the Striders. And sometimes it goes into Grimoire, like straight up Grimoire, so curious to see what he's going to go for. Seeing as he got a mana ring, I would assume that he's going to turn it into an icon of the goddess. I would assume that there is going to be a lot of team fighting going on, or a lot of gank attempts at least, here in the next 10 minutes or so. There's the Lex Talionis, by the way, onto Deadwood, so he's going to be able to deal a lot of magic damage.
Yep. And damage in general output is going to be pretty big from him, obviously with the Willowmaker and the Portal Key. Now you throw a Lex Talionis on top of that, enhancing it. I will say Sacrificial Stone just picked up by Revenant, a very good hero to get it on, and especially have it against that Deadwood. So that's a smart pickup there, at least for the early build-up here. And it seems like that's kind of what recent gaming's prioritizing. Yeah, we're talking about with Imba Boy even. Despite that death, I mean, hell, he went the Mystic Vestment, Steam Boots, and even the Energizer first. Right here, so it looks like he picks up the Mighty Blade right there now. By the way, off to the side, Dr. Repulsor thought he had a kill, but he did not. He ends up getting turned completely. Seems like Reason's done that a couple times now in the background. Mortification onto Blitz right there. Deadwood jumping in. Don't know about that, though. Swift Slash is coming out, and look at that Sacrificial Stone mitigation, man. That's the reason he lived right there, no doubt. Midas, in the meantime, trying to run Elemental Warp, it looks like should be out of range unless Fade can stride him down. 3 more seconds on the... No, he has a stun up, actually.
He's not going to go for it.
No.
He would have probably been able to get it if his team followed up, but decided to go for the tier 1 tower in a minute instead. I think that's the right decision.
Yeah.
I just love the item pickups from recent sides, the fact that they are tanking up and all, because this is a little bit similar to the series that we had earlier when Team missed overweight initiation here.
Doctor flying in. They want to get some kills out of this. Aluna, yeah, they're going to be able to stop him, so that's definitely going to be a sacrificial lamb right there, but it's going to come at a cost. No, Dr. Repulsor just over the ledge, and he will barely survive, so the 1-for-0 exchange. The tower was killed by Tankafet, though, so I think Recent Gaming is definitely just fine with that little exchange right there.
Yeah, it's a small price to play for the tower. More than happy with that trade. But yeah, this is a little bit similar to the lineup that Mist were running earlier with the whole push lineup. I mean, they also had a clock that they had to like finish the game in a certain amount of time, and it feels a little bit similar now with Sync Esports. They don't necessarily have the push lineup, but they got a lot of gank potential, so they really need to make those ganks happening, and if not, then Corrupted Disciple and Swiftblade is just going to be too much of a threat to deal with from Recent side. So I like the fact that they're going for these bulky items and a lot of physical armor, Sacrificial Stone and Mystic Vestments, and also that they can just survive as long as possible, because they know for a fact that they got this in the bag if they just keep on or getting the game to progress into the late game.
Yeah, keep the progression going here. Looking pretty strong. Speaking of that Revenant, and I was going to say, well, what is going to be going for is not kind of the question, and it looks like the Hellflower route. Mentioning that definitely is a solid item on him.
Yeah, especially versus these squishy targets on the Legion side. Like, they don't have anyone to be in front. Deadwood got a little bit of HP pull, but he's still not nearly as tanky as, let's say, a Meraxis or anything like that. So, 1 Hellflower and a 400 gold per minute Revenant is pretty much a free kill wherever you find.
You also got Swiftblade not really doing that well. Bottle and Ghost Marchers, you see only 176 gold per minute, so Zane really hasn't been able to find the best opportunity. And You know, usually he's just one of those players that just some way, somehow finds the farm, even though he plays that suicide role. And definitely, like most games, you know, wasn't in the friendliest case this time around. But Fade, by the way, he's looking for a kill here, looking for a setup at least. I don't know. He can't get a kill by himself right here, but he's going to do some good damage to Doctor. And their red power throw comes through. So the coordination on top of it, however, Fade maybe get killed by the neutrals. No, that would have been epic, but at least they turn on to it.
Yeah, it's almost like you should have just suicided, run straight into them.
Yeah.
But no, it probably wouldn't have happened. Still, like that's an okay trade for them. I mean, Dr. Repulsor for a Fade is definitely a trade that recent gaming is willing to take. But that was a nice synergy as well. I didn't even consider the fact that Aluna already was level 6. And look at the mid lane slap, no mana left. Actually, he had enough mana for that. I'm surprised.
Barely enough. The bottle charges, but Tankafed chases him down. Have the haster and able to do that. And the final auto attack does him in. So yeah, the mortification a lot of enhanced damage.
Oh, he's gonna miss the root.
Yeah, he thought he was going one direction. It doesn't matter. Saint's still gonna be picked off. Good jump. So they too have a lot of jump, obviously. Portkey Deadwood, he got ludicrous speed from Doctor.
I'm surprised that Saint is actually that far up though, when he knows for a fact that Deadwood got that Portkey and his Willowmaker up and running.
Yeah.
I mean, one Willowmaker and then Moira, for example, Illusion in, and just Mana Drain the Swift play. That's an easy kill. So that was a little bit sloppy by Sane, I almost feel. Now Dr. Pulsar, by the way, he got a Word of Revelation right next to him.
The red stun attempt. It was a good attempt, but it's unsuccessful, and now Chili in trouble with the rest of his team. Faye just kind of going in right there. Yeah, it's not going to work out. If that red stun hit, definitely a different story, but it did not. Doctor was just a little bit too far away. And you're right with that rev for it. Obviously, they pretty much knew what was going on, too. So they definitely weren't as sneaky as they thought. He had the backup, so he kind of almost wanted it to work out like it did. Triple stack Ancients are going to be cleared, though, by Revenant in the meantime.
Damn, they're taking it so freaking fast as well with the Mortification and the Power Throw. Like, that's like from one set of spells.
Yeah.
Look at that damage.
It's really good synergy, it is. And yeah, that power throw, it's definitely power. I mean, it's
only
level
mid lane
3.
Slap's gonna try to hit this combo.
Doesn't transmute right there, but Swiftblade's still in trouble. No, he's going to be fine in the end. Backs off from there, so not enough pressure. Is that the whole flower, or is that just the second Arcana? I think it's just the second Arcana so far.
Yeah, it should be.
Shrunken Head, though, on Corrupted. Able to finish that here.
Going for a very defensive build then. Mystic Vestment, like, now Mystic Vestment is more or less, like, it's not as beneficial at least, seeing as he got a BKB already.
Yeah.
But better safe than sorry, I guess. As long as he can keep his farm going strong. Wow.
Man. The file's only level 2 even, but that with the Mortification, it's ridiculous damage. Yeah. Not the most tanky
Mortification
blitz,
spell.
but yeah, it's...
I'm surprised that we haven't seen more Revenant, actually. This hero is really good. I mean, it really hits you when you see it like this.
Sync's actually been
strong.
running it a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's true. In that defensive dual lane you have. But in this like 1 versus 1 situation with this kind of farm,
yeah,
it's looking really strong. I mean, it's an excellent 1 versus 1 hero. It's a little bit vulnerable for ganks, simply as you can pick up dust and then it doesn't have an escape. But other than that, like in this mid lane, for example, that we saw here, Tankafed really doing a good job of 5-0-2 so far.
Yeah, it's proving more and more why they chose to put Revenant in middle lane, it's safe to say. Obviously, a very strong laner in the first place. Seems like he matched up very well against Doctor, of course. And now he's snowballing pretty well on top, as you mentioned, with a 5-0-2 hero kill stat. So getting very close to the Hellfire. And I got to think that's going to kind of be an item here that'll kind of kick the next gear in for Reason Gaming. Because the Shrunken Head on Corrupted, you know, it seems like that right now this is actually a pretty strong
oh, they're gonna run into dead. Oh, I don't know if that jump was the correct one.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was. He portal keys into death, basically, and in the background they get caught as well. The cleanup. The red power throw going through. Midas is dead. Doctor, he is going to be fine. That's an illusion chasing it. Kind of funny there, but 2-for-0 exchange there in favor of Reason.
Yeah, when you encounter like a BKB corrupted disciple that close by, I feel like it's better to run away than jump in, especially when you don't have the backup.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so far Reason Gaming is just playing it really well. They're dealing with aggression like in the way they're supposed to, and I feel like the wards have been really heads up every single time, like just being like securing them. The fact that they can just sit behind each other, just oh my god, in the mid, Mora and Blitz. That's a dead card to Disciple. It has to be.
If it's just more in Blitz, now here's
Yeah,
Doctor, but now Fade's here, and they're going to turn this. Corrupt the Disciple, he's putting in the auto attacks. The spinner from the Swift Blade, down goes Doctor. Oh, that didn't go as planned.
Alright, nice TPU support by Reason Gaming, but where the hell was the rest of the team? Sync Esports, I mean, using the Mora ultimate usually indicates that you're ready to follow it up, but they didn't have anyone else than Blitz there, and yeah, that's clearly not enough damage.
No, that was not, and that's got to be a bad feeling for Sync, because especially after something like that happens, they're down 10,000 gold and 9,000 experience right here. Revenant is going to finish the Hellflower, and Corrupted's even going to start working on his next bigger item on top of that. So, mentioning earlier that reason, it kind of seems like they're getting into that spot where the idea of kind of grouping up and making some more aggressive pushes happening could be possible, but at the same time, you know, maybe they're not necessarily in a hurry in this game. They can kind of play more of the safe game here.
You should probably just try to get those ganks going with the Revenant and the Fade, try to get as much map control as possible. Fade should have a pull key here in the near future, and if he hits level 11, then he's going to be able to use ultimate even more frequently, as well as with Andromeda Power Throw and a Revenant Hellflower. Yeah, I feel like they're just going to be able to get the complete map control here in the near future, especially if Revenant picks up a Bound Eye.
That's what I was going to say. Bound Eye is important in this game. Revenant, sure, but the Legion team especially needs one here with this Revenant. And Fade, for that matter. I mean, there's just so many. You need a Bound Eye. Like, there's just no questions asked here for this Legion side. So, they do have Dust and Rev Wards on them, but, you know, situations like this, Revenant's going to spot Blitz. Now, Blitz happens to quicken and run right into Fade, though, who, guess what, is also invis. He puts the Rev Ward down. That's not going to matter.
Oh, damn. Plays a Rev Ward, and then he sees a Fade on top of him.
Yeah, that's brutal. Jelly is really lining up these power throws very well, too. It's good coordination coming out from Reason Game, and beautiful lines done on both right there. Deadwood's going to end up falling. Midas in trouble, too, with that Hellflower. And just like that, a 3-for-0 in favor of Reason Gaming.
Yeah, it's coming to a point now. Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
GG's being called.
That is not often you see Sync Esports of all teams just GG like that. I mean, it's not even like a big fight.
23-minute mark. When was the last time we saw Sync concede at the 23-minute mark? Like, that, I don't even know if we have seen that since, like...
Yeah, it doesn't happen
ever.
Often. I mean, they've definitely lost quicker games, but it
sure?
doesn't happen often, that is for certain, and... Yeah, it's if anything, it's usually one team just snowballed, and you know it's just whatever. You know, Sync will come back in game 2. I really feel like Reason just outplayed Sync Esports this game, big time.